Our first clip from Cringe of the Week is a teacher who's oversharing with fifth graders who she obviously sees as her friends and equals. Check this out.
Me telling my students my ex-BF texted me.
Are you ready? Yeah. So, there I was minding my own business, and guess who texted me last night? My ex-boyfriend. He said, every single night I wish that I could text you, but I just don't, frowny face.
What? Can we see the text?
He's definitely sus for sure.
Why don't you get back up?
I didn't text him back, should I?
Yeah.
Definitely sus for sure. The best thing this girl has going for her is she's getting manipulated by her ex-boyfriend, and she's in charge of the kids. What could this person teach anybody is my question.
Yeah, it's like, oh, the lesson plan is don't respond right away. You don't want to come looking desperate. You know, it's like she's teaching them like what, relationship techniques and stuff.
These people are 11.
Why are you sharing this info with children, lady?
At least it's not as bad as other Cringe of the Weeks. At least she's not like a drag queen who's mistreating everybody and forcing them to do stuff.
It's just another infantilization type thing, though.
Yeah.
Like where it's like the caption, right?
Oh,
Didn't you say the caption? One thing about my class is my 11-year-old best friends and I will be spilling tea. My 11-year-old best friends and I, my kids, my best friends, my this. Aren't you a teacher? Like, come on. Where's the grammar? Where's the math? We do this every week, you know? And it's always a different tweak or a different teacher. It's like, teach the subject.
I would be running this class
if
I was in fifth grade, 11 years old, and that was my teacher. I would be every day. Oh, tell me about your weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, he texted you back, and then we would just waste half the class talking about whatever this girl wants to talk about. At least she's not a drag queen mistreating everybody. The next clip is actually a drag queen getting mistreated, which is a little bit backwards. Here we have a right-wing drag queen yelling at the baby killers. And they push her down. Which is weird because we're told that drag queens are oppressed and LGBTs are oppressed. And you'd think a white woman pushing a drag queen to the ground would be big news. But I guess it's not, because this just proves that drag queens are just sexy LGBT pawns that the globalists and the elite use to push their political agenda.
What was that?
So, like, obviously, this would be worldwide news if it was the other way, but it just proves it's all about politics.
Yeah.
And they're just using people as pawns when they need them. Same with, we want to hear black voices, unless it's Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court, then it's like, fuck that guy. Yeah. He's racist. Yeah. So it never really was about black people or people who are oppressed. It's just about using those people to lead blocks so the George Soroses of the world and the Klaus Schwabs of the world can push their agenda in and have as little resistance as possible.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is basically it. Takes us to our next clip. Halsey had a concert in Arizona, and she said, this is right after Roe v. Wade, she said that do you have the quote?
No, I have the headline. Halsey fans walk out mid-show after controversial pro-abortion speech in Arizona.
Yeah, so she gave some pro-abortion speech and was basically like, if you're pro-life, you can get out of here. And then it's Arizona. People just started walking out. And it's like, yeah, we're here to see you sing Chandelier. Do you know why I would never go to an event like this, Richard Rat Boy?
The parking.
The parking. Exactly. I would not go to an event like this because 50,000 people are trying to park and go to the same place. And I just can't really do that.
How did I know that?
I can't do stuff like that. It's impossible for me. Moving on. TikTok nurses are back at it.
Yeah, new wave coming.
So this lady is a TikTok nurse, and she set up her camera, and they got some music playing in the background.
Some real dramatic music.
Which we can't play for copyright reasons. And then she's like crying and having a moment. She just lost a patient, which is sad. She lost a patient. But isn't that a little weird?
How do I make this about me?
So it's
someone died.
Yeah, someone just died. It's like, oh, we just lost a patient. He's gone. It's like, like you set up your camera, you hit record, and then you're going, oh, like no, and then you post it, and it's like, don't you want to play the next play? Don't you have another patient who probably needs you right now?
Yeah. Can't you learn something from that moment? Can't you say, what happened? Let's do a post-op thing. No, it's social media, narcissism generation.
Isn't that crazy? It's like, do you think when the person was like, she was losing the guy, that she's like, I'm gonna get my phone ready. It's like beep, 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 and she's like opening TikTok. Like, beep.
Mr. Bronson just flatlined, and she's like, yeah. So doctor's toe tagging somebody, and then it's like, just had to toe tag my patient, like crying eye, like a sign language ASL thing. Like when you had to kill your patient, but you still have more to do.
And post.
Yeah. These people are nuts, man.
People are crazy. People are crazy. Last one. This is an actually upsetting clip. It's not funny. This guy is a dad, and his child was prescribed antidepressants without him knowing, and was taking them without him knowing. Teenager.
I'm going to try to make this short. If you have teenage kids in Washington State, watch this video. I get a call today from the counselor at the high school, Snohomish, Washington. They proceed to say, your child, 15 years old, did not pick up his antidepressants at the end of the school year. I said, he's not on antidepressants. Like, what are you talking about? My kid is not depressed. I got that in my teeth. Forget it. And they proceed to tell me that they had a psychiatrist come to the school and give my kid antidepressants. And he's been on them for several months. I had no knowledge. I knew nothing about it, knew nothing. Come to find out, it's 100% legal. They could do whatever they want with our kids in Washington State in the school program.
The whole, and the antidepressants, SSRIs, that's what pretty much every school shooter is on.
Yeah.
Pretty much every single time.
You see like the charts of white women taking SSRIs, and it's like, 1991, boom, straight line up. Pfizer marketing campaign really doing well. So
yep, and then exactly, Tucker covered this too, and it's like Pfizer and all these pharmaceutical companies sponsor CNN, MSNBC. No deep dives coming from them anytime soon. Looking into this,
no exposés coming out.
And some lady replied to that on Twitter. Every single one. My son's school pulled this with me. They called him doctor, had him prescribed risperidone. I read the side effects, direct correlation to violence later in life, but I played the game. I filled the prescriptions, swapped it with mini Altoids. For the rest of the school year, the kid had no idea. Told his teachers when asked that he was taking his pills. Last day of school, and teachers are patting themselves on the back, saying with pride how much better he had been since they medicated him. Well, which is a nice way to get around it.
Nice way to get around it, but like, shouldn't you just be able to say, nah, he's done. We're not filling anything. You don't teach my kid that kind of stuff. Like this is school.
Yeah,
teach math.
You'd think so.
What's up with this power grab of like, a public school? That's the state. The state is getting your kid, and they're doing a power grab for as much as they can. Gender ideology, pills. Let's get them really into our system here.
Yeah,
and it's like, is nobody? Obviously, we are, and watchers of the show are constantly watching this. But are normal people who are just independent going like, I guess that's pretty good? Or like, what's the reaction there?
I think there's just like a lot of like parents that don't fully care, that are just in autopilot and phoning it in. And
that's drop my kid off at daycare.
Exactly. And there is a power grab. There is an opportunity, and the state is like trying to become the parents of the kids. We see it with the welfare programs in the inner cities as well. There's like very much a goal.
The government is not your baby daddy.
To make the government your baby daddy.
Yeah.